Hello, Language Arts 9 students. How is everybody doing? I'm talking to 4th period and 6th period. This is Mr. T from my basement. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about this week and this week's assignment. So far, we've done a lot of Newsella articles. That trend is going to continue this week. But this week's article is a little bit different. This one is important for a couple different reasons. Number one, that you keep reading and being informed on things. But it's also important because it's going to prepare you for our next piece of literature, the Odyssey. Just looking down the road after spring break, the Odyssey is in our textbook. Now, you guys don't have textbooks at home, but you certainly have access to the online textbook. That will be coming up after spring break. So I just want to let you know, not this week, not next week because it's spring break, but the week after that, you're going to need to have access to your online textbook. I will be here to help you with that. But for this week, the article that we're looking at, the first thing I want to do is I want to head over to our class website. Now, I'm using our class website for the instructional side of things. And then we've been using Newsella to submit our work. Keep doing it. It's going to change. It's going to be the same this way. So on our class website, you see I have all my classes at the top, and you see ELA 9. Now, ELA 9 is a link. If I click on that text, it will take me to this current week. Okay, but if I hover over it, I can see the previous 3 weeks of assignments. So I'm just going to click right here on ELA 9. And it's going to take me to the week of 4/6. I'm going to update this here. So, Newsella. I'm going to have 2 things here. I'm going to have the article that I want you to read. You can also access this. I would prefer you access it online. And then I have some lecture notes here. Now, these lecture notes are about the Trojan War, which is what the Newsella article is about. So it's part history, part language arts because we're reading and comprehending. So these notes go through what I would have lectured you or talked to you about in class. Keep in mind the objective of you reading this article is to understand the Trojan War, what it was all about, who was involved, and how that relates to the Odyssey, which is what we're going to be reading in 2 weeks. Okay, so let's jump over to Newsella. I'm at newsella.com. I'm going to click sign in, and I'm going to sign in with my Google account. And most of you have already been able to get in there. That's awesome. Keep it up. But I select my Google account, and then I have an assignment here. Okay, the Trojan War. This is a new assignment. So I'm going to click on the article to open it up. And right here, I have some instructions. Okay, read through those instructions. Make sure you understand what you're supposed to do. But then I click here to open up the article. Now, with my instructions are here. I want to read the article. And I want to make 2 annotations. Okay? So again, that's when I highlight, I choose a color, and then I can make a comment. And it's saved. It's right there. So here's one thing that I want to point out on this website. Okay, as you're reading, if you are having a really difficult time understanding what you're reading, you're just completely lost, I want you to look right up here. Right up here we have what's called a lexile level. If I click on this drop-down arrow, I can either keep it at the max, which means the most highly sophisticated language, or I can bump it down a little bit. And if I change it, the wording will change, however, the content won't change. So understand that if I bump down that lexile level, or maybe I bump it up, I put it right where I'm comfortable reading, and I can go through the article and make my annotations. Now, the next part, after I read the article, I make my 2 annotations, I want to come over here to the activities section. I click to open it up. You'll notice in this section, there's an ELA section and there's a social studies section. I want you for this week to complete the short answer writing prompt, and you're going to type your answer right in this box. And then I want you to complete the 4-question quiz. Okay, so again, read the article, 2 annotations, do the writing response, and take the quiz. And you'll submit those in Newsela. Now, there's a couple things that I want to talk to you guys about. Your quiz grades. Don't freak out about them. Okay, if you change that Lexile level, I want to make sure that you understand that the wording of your quiz questions will also change. Okay, so do your best. If you get 0 out of 4, 1 out of 4, 2 out of 4, I'm not as concerned with that as I am with the fact that you are just participating. Now, if you're participating and when I log in to see your activity and it says you've been logged in for 30 seconds, I know that you didn't spend a whole lot of time. How much time do we need to spend? Well, that really depends. It varies. If you're in for 5 or 10 minutes, 15 minutes, that's more than enough time to have read the article and to answer the quiz questions and to respond to the writing prompt. Make sure that you're just demonstrating that you are participating. All right, but if I see logged in for under 1 minute, well, that doesn't tell me, or that does tell me that you haven't spent a whole lot of time thinking, reading, responding to the content. So again, the Trojan War, really awesome. One thing over, if I go back to, jump back to the class website, some of the notes that I left for you. If you read through those notes, there's a couple links in there. First of all, my sources, I used a lot of Wikipedia sources at the bottom, but they talk about the wooden Trojan horse. This is how the Trojans were defeated. There's a couple movies out there that this time period focuses around. Think of the movie Troy with Brad Pitt. Think of the movie 300. Okay, those 2 movies are like the time period where the Odyssey is taking place. And again, the Odyssey is down the road. This article is just for this week. If you guys have any questions, rewind the video, reach out to me and remind. I love hearing from you guys. That remind code I'll post at the bottom of the screen here, so I can immediately respond to you. I don't care what time of the day or night. If you need to shoot me a quick text, you can do that in remind. Okay? So have a great week. I hope you guys enjoy spring break. I will not be posting anything next week, but please reach out if you need anything or have any quick questions that I can respond to. Have a great day and have a great week. Take care.